I wouldn't trust crash bungs because they wouldn't have stopped anything. They would have just, they were like having made them, might have been made of chocolate. Right, hi all, we're back in the garage. I'm going to get this bloody thing finished if it kills me. So, I'm going to finish putting the engine bars on, the protection, which comes up here and all around here. So, obviously, I had the other crash bung to get out. So, I did do it. As I ever said, I was going to try and cut that bung off and then see if I could utilise the bolt, but it was a non-starter. So I took the risk of sticking my big socket on there and giving it a turn, and it felt like it was actually turning, but because it was all sort of rust coming out of here, but it wasn't. It was just the bolt, bits of chaff coming off the bolt, and it just snapped off. So yeah, you know when you think you got two crash bungs, I wouldn't trust crash bungs because they wouldn't have stopped anything. They would have just, they were like having made them, might have been made of chocolate. They were just snapped off without any shadow of a doubt. But anyway, they're off, and it's left me that pilot hole again, which is really good. So I've got to go in with the drill. I'll do what I did before, is do the you know, small drill, bigger until I get to the 8mm, and then I've got my my titanium bolt to put in, which is already fitted on the other side. Well, it's not fitted, but it fits nice. It's old drill, so I'll do it to 8mm and then slide that in, and then we will put the crash bars on. So we'll see how that goes. I'll get some drilling done and keep you updated how it's actually working. But yeah, we're going to get this blooming finished today because it's driving me nuts. And then I'm probably going to have to take the lights off. There's only a single bolt hanging those on at the back. Just looking at these, they won't fit properly onto the crash bars, so I'm going to have to work out how I'm going to do that, and see if I can make a bracket to fit them onto the crash bars. But I might have to end up getting some different lights. I mean, they're already wired up, so I'll look at that. But I'll catch you in a minute once I've done a bit of drilling. Right, here we go. Whoop. Not that the bike's going to fall over or anything. Oh dear. I work on the old arms. Got to be careful when you're using small drills, you don't snap it. That's the last thing you want. Alright, so we're about that far through now. So I'll keep going, let you know once I'm through. Right, so we just busted through. That was good. I had to put the next drill up. So you essentially sort of to that. So where are we? I've gone up to 5mm. So I'm going to go in stages. So I'll do 6 next, and just keep going till I get to 8. So because you're doing it in stages like that, you know, each drill's only got a small amount to take off when it's got that nice guide to go in. So should be good. Right, we're getting there, guys. Good drills, these. Good drills. Well, I think I've killed one. All right. Right, we're through. So got the 8, so that's nice. So I'm not going to go any further than that. So that's a nice tight fit in there. So it's going to be better the other side. The other side's a little bit more open there, but that's a nice tight fit because you've got that sort of shoulder because the thread's only there. So that's really nice. So I think we're good. So once I've put that through the slot there on the bar, you know, it's going to bring it back a little bit. So that's really nice. Right, so I've got bolt at the top to do, and then these funny ones underneath here. Right, where are we? So one side is on, so that's good. I've unbolted up underneath here. You have to be quite careful of underneath here because it could drop. So it's always best to take one. There's 2 bolts up here. Take one out, turn it round, and reverse it without obviously that nut on it. So you can slide the thing on there, but it stops anything dropping. That's always good. They're all like 10 and 12mm nuts. So now I've got to take these inner ones. These top ones are engine bolts, but that's why I left the other side in. So I've now sort of loosely tightened the other side up, so the engine's not going to drop out. Just got to put this top one in, and then that one. So we're getting there. I think we might have success, but I did have to take the light off, so I've had to take these off. Right, we're done. Whew, blimey, that was a bit of a faff. So it was these bolts up here that were a bit of a nuisance. But anyway, it's in, it's rigid. all that worked because of these two stupid things. Don't put these, if you're going to put these things on your bike, you just make sure you either grease them properly or whatever, or use the right type of bolts, because these were worse than useless, I think, and they just became a pain in the butt at the end of the day. So yeah, watch those. Right, so I'll show you what they look at a bit more closer detail. You can see what actually happened. Let's have a look. So these were the awkward ones. You won't be able to quite see them up here, but the ones that went up in here, and that one that sort of balances there. And then you've got obviously the one we did here, which I then put the titanium bolt through, and then this one. But this one came out okay, but there is a spacer under there, so you just got to watch that. Bit of a bug. It's sort of like what bit comes in first. But what I found was to put this one in loose, just to take the weight of it, and then that one, and make sure you get the front ones around the right way. And then these little bungs here, they look like they're shaped, don't they? But it should. Right, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, that's good. I'll have to use 2 heads of those, but they go in there, just stop water getting in there. So I'll do that in a minute. But no, that's cool. But now I've just got to work out the lights, because I'll show you around here. God, my garage is such a mess now. This is a nightmare. So that's, if I bring you around here, you can see a little bit better. Back of my seat. So that's the hole they're originating. It's actually quite stable though. I'm not that worried about that. But that's where it would have sat. But obviously I'm going to strike that. I think these lights are actually quite good quality. They're really solid. And ever trying to keep on a budget. So I might just fit them slightly lower to here. And so it'd be easy to take them off again. But I might do that in the meantime. They got like a, I'll show you the one I've taken up on the other side. They got a, you know, like a socket that they just plug into, so I can take them on and off. I don't know if they've got a make on these. Only down. But they seem pretty good. They're much better than your sort of typical Chinese stuff, I think. But maybe I shall fit them there in the meantime. I've still got the brackets. I've got to just do one hole and do that in. So maybe that's what I will do unless I think I need something better. Because what's also, whether I do fit bags on here or not sure yet. But it's obviously, remember, it was for the cameras, so I want a camera mount that sits on here or here. That's actually further forward than I thought, so that's good. So I could put a camera mount, gimbal mount on there and push it up into the sky. So that's the plan. So I'm going to fiddle around with the lights for a bit, get it finished, and then the bike needs a blooming clean because it's really horrible and there's all bits of swarf and everything down in there. But anyway, yeah, what a palaver getting that stuff. But I'm glad we got it, and we're sort of back to where we need to be. Right, I shall catch you in the next bit. Right, seeing as it's not raining yet, and I've finished the bike. Got me bars on, just giving them a test out. It's time, I think, for another of, and here he is. Hello everybody, it's a sustainably sourced Milo here. Enjoy your coffee stop of the day. Right, thanks for that, Milo. Never gets any better, does it? Right, we're not going to start, we are starting from Whiteways with the Relive app, but we're actually going to start the actual ride and record from Petworth, because you don't want to hear me droning on all the way from there. I thought we'd have a little talk about what I'm doing with the bike, because I'm doing some other bits and pieces today, or other ideas. So I'm going to switch my 360 camera on, because you know I like to use that. I'm going to see what that mounts like. It does sound good, this bike. Right, let's head out. Right, so we're heading to Kirdford village stores today, and it's a nice little place. I'm hoping we're not too late. Hopefully we should get there in time. But I thought while we got a little bit of daylight left, and we go and do that just for the hell of it. Actually, so I'm using this little ride as well, just to test out some kit. So it's the first time I've used a 360 camera on the Honda, so I'm sort of getting all the bits ready that I'm going to take to Africa, or North Africa, Morocco and Western Sahara. So we'll see how this all records and goes. One thing I did notice today, and some of the things, well, I'll go through some of the things I still need to do on this bike. So let's get into that chat. So definitely the mirrors. The mirrors are hopeless, and I'm going to get some of those adjustable ones I've seen. I'm trying to see that they've got long enough sort of stalk on them. they have the ball mount, but that's what I'm going to look for with that. But what I did realise, and a big up again to Aochi for this unit here, is that I can switch on the camera, and I've got the rear view camera, and while I'm running around with naff mirrors, I'm using the rear view camera. So that's a really good feature, and it's actually clear, and it just gives you that extra bit of safety. So yeah, I like the rear view on here, and it's actually clear. And it's a dull, horrible day today, but it's actually working really well. So yes, mirrors, but I need my mirrors. There's no point riding this without proper mirrors. So what else do I need to do? Right, gear stick. Gear stick's a little bit annoying still. It's just too wee. So I need a slightly, not a lot, sort of, so it sticks out a bit more, so I can get my foot under it better. Because what you don't want to have to do is, you know, be hunting around for your gears, because that's a pain in the behind. Let's just start good. Yeah, it is. You know what? The thing with this bike is, it's a great sound, but I'm wondering whether it's going to get annoying. Do you think that's going to be chill? I must admit, I'm not actually wearing my earplugs at the moment. I normally wear earplugs, so it probably won't be a problem. At least I think people will hear you coming. But it is a good sound, I must admit. But still, haven't done enough running on this bike. I really need to get some riding done. But apart from that, actually the bike feels really good. I'm glad I've got those engine bars on. What a kerfuffle that was, you know, having to deal with those blooming those crash buttons. And never buy a bike with crash buttons on it. Funny, I've noticed today that people have been cutting the grass. The council have been cutting the grass and hedges. And a bit previous cutting the grass. I think we're going to get a few frost yet. But anyway. So, mirrors, gear stick, something I still need to do. What else do I need to do? Oh, so I'm going to raise the screen just a tad more. It's actually working. The little adjustment I did on that screen is actually doing me a bit of a favour, so that's working quite nicely. It is taking some of the wind off my head. So I'm just going to maybe put another couple of degrees on it, and that'll be good. What else am I testing today? So this jacket, don't worry, I've not been sponsored by anybody. I bought this jacket because I wanted something a little bit lighter so I could be seen, but I'm not one for wearing high vis. You know, before anybody complains, yes, I know I should be wearing high vis, but I think this is bright. But I'm going to check and see if the cameras pick it up properly, because the problem with some colours, particularly red, these sort of, you know, action cams don't record red very well as far as I can tell, and I don't want to have to you know, keep doing stuff in post-production. So I'm hoping, I'm going to be interested to see what this jacket comes up like on the screen. This again, I bought this stuff from Vinted. I'm always buying stuff from Vinted. You want to see my wardrobe, it's shocking. But this, I think I paid £25 for this jacket. It's got all the armour in it. It's quite a good fit. It's a snug fit, and it's got a liner in it, and it's got back protection on shoulders and arms. So I can take the back protector out if I need to, and obviously a liner, because I don't know what the temperature is going to be like when I get into North Africa. So those bits need to be done on the bike. But the clothing, yes, I've got my fuel trousers I bought ages ago. Worn them about twice, so they'll be coming with me. I might look at some different boots, but I want something that I can walk in as well as ride in, because I'm one of those people that likes to have minimal kit. I don't want this bike to be weighed down so heavy that I can't lift the damn thing up. So, you know, it's not going to look much different to it is now, apart from maybe the bag in the middle of the seat, at the back of the seat. So I've also bought a snug pack, one-man bivvy tent thing, so that's coming with me. Well, so spares wise, then I'm probably going to I might take a set of clutch plates, and then just enough spanners and sockets to do what I need to do. I've got a 1.5 litre petrol can, like a plastic can, so I'm going to use that. I've got to see how I'm going to fit it. It might fit in one of the pockets on the panniers, so I've got to play with that. And then I'm going to load it up, and then we plan to do probably a camping trip in March, just to load the bike up exactly it's going to be and see what it's like. But I say I need to be riding this now right the way through till I go, I think. I know what I'm like, I won't. I'll put it in a garage and I'll put it away. I need to give it a good clean, get any salt that's come onto it. But that's a bit slippery. But yeah, I just need to sit down, big sheet of paper, and write down all the things I've got to do, all the sort of admin side of stuff. You know, remembering to take logbooks and insurance documents and stuff like that, really. So yeah, there's plenty to be going on with this bike still. Anyway, that's enough about this bike. Let's talk about the calf, because I'm not far from it now, and I'm on a diet, everybody. I'm on a crash diet. I want to lose at least a stone, maybe 2 stone before I go away. I want to be a little bit leaner and a little bit healthier before I go away. Whenever I do these long trips, I always try to trim up a little bit and just get a little bit healthier, lose that sort of Christmas bulge. So that's something I'm trying to do. So I ain't eating nothing today, which is a terrible way of dieting, isn't it? Which means I can have a coffee and maybe a cake. But this is very similar to the stop we did at Fittleworth, but this doesn't have an indoor eating area. So it's there's some outside seating, but the coffee is great, and the sort of pastries and things like sausage rolls and that are absolutely gorgeous in this place. So I'll leave the camera running when I walk in and order me coffee, so you can have a quick look around, and hopefully I'll have a little seat outside and stare at the bike while I have a coffee. Right, I'll see you in a sec, everybody. We're nearly there. Just coming into Kirdford now. Ever so cold, it's bloody cold today. It's grizzly, but we're well in the afternoon and the sun's gone down. Not that the sun was out. Here we go. Yes, remember they always look both ways. Well done. Kirdford's where I got my wheels powder coated. Really good. Please be open. I'm going to see if I can park her here. Look. Right, join me inside as I walk inside in a sec. Right, so here we are, Kirdford Village Stores. I feel like when I put this music in the background, I feel like I'm sort of like a jazz DJ. Welcome to the Village Stores. Yeah, better stop that. So you got plenty of seating outside, which is nice. There's plenty of parking as well. So as I said, there's no seating inside here, but this is another one of those sort of very similar to Fittleworth in that it's got lots of facilities, parcels up here. They have a Christmas shop. This back piece is like the Christmas shop, but it was awarded Telegraph Store of the Year, which is really cool. So you also around here, you get your normal logs and bits and pieces. Italian coffee, that's what you want, isn't it? Hot, but they do hot and cold stuff, so you can have hot sandwiches and pastries and bits like that. But we're going inside. I put the music over because I, just protect the privacy of people. But all the pastries and sausage rolls and stuff are all homemade, and they're made on site. Absolutely fantastic, and it's really difficult not to buy a lot because they're big portions as well. You go to some places they're tiny little bits. For £4 for a bit of cake. Here it's like a whole meal, the whole thing. But whenever I see shortbread, I always have to go for that. And they do a cherry and a chocolate one, but the cherry one is epic in here. But they do all the full range of coffees, your specialty coffees, your lattes and flat whites and all that sort of stuff. But it just has all the other little bits and pieces you might want in here. So when you only got your panniers, you can grab a loaf of bread and a lot of the stuff they do in here is local. So local suppliers will bring it here, even the frozen stuff. So they're really vital little shops for these areas. And that's what I like about it. And I just think it's really good to support these. But when you're in the area, try this one out because it's never too busy outside. And even on a cold day like this, it's nice to sit outside and have a coffee and a bit of cake. A great store to support this one. Really, really good place. Right outside to sample the wares. Right, I'm going to enjoy my cherry shortbread. It's mental. Cherry shortbread is mental there. It's fantastic. And my Americano. And again, these places are not expensive. They're really not expensive. And as you saw inside, there's loads of stuff here. So really good. But thanks for watching. I'll enjoy these bits and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.